I hope you're doing well today. I want to say Happy New Year. And today I want to say also 2018 has been a great year because of you guys. I appreciate you so much. And this has been so much fun. I love cooking and sharing. And today we always have smothered cabbage on New Year's, but I'm going to make a creamy cabbage soup. And I'm trying to copycat a restaurant from here. This cabbage soup is so good. Of course, I'm going to put my own twist on it because I don't know the recipe, but it's going to come out delicious. And I thought I'd bring you along, and I'll show you the products I'm using and how I'm going to cook it. And I hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. Everybody, I'm ready to start. I'm just going to show you a little. I have all my ingredients prepped. I think that it's important to prep all your ingredients before you start. Now, the onions and the poblano pepper, which is going to be very different than what the cabbage soup is like, but I love these. I'm using them for 2 recipes because we always have black-eyed peas with this dish. Actually, I'm lying because this is the first time I'm ever making this. Let me slow down. I'm so sorry. I'm starting to heat my pot. We're going to start with, and it's only 1 head of cabbage, but we're going to start with a little butter. Probably about, oh, it's cold in my house. It's still probably about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to add a little olive oil. Okay, I want it to get pretty hot. Now let me show you, I'm going to use, this is just a little bit of breakfast sausage, and that's a little bit of bacon chopped up. The meat is going to be pretty small, chopped up pretty, and I'm going to add more meat than what they do, but like I said, I'm going to put my own spin on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is brown this and break it up because I want it to be really broken up. But I'm also may add a little sausage. This is just Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, the mild one. I like to add just a little bit. I like the flavor it gives, but we also want to taste the cabbage. So I'm going to start it this way. Let's break all this up. But let me go ahead and show you the meat products I'm going to use. Okay, I have it all in this bowl so I could show you guys. This is the bacon, and I only used this much because this was this long. And then I have the Jimmy Dean sausage. And you could use whatever meat you like. You don't have to use the exact same thing. And I have a little bit of this chopped up, and it's the hot one. And my tasso is going to be the main meat ingredient, I think. And I'm using pork. So I'm going to put this back in my refrigerator and brown this. And next we'll probably add the onions and the peppers, and we're going to brown those pretty good. Do this in layers. Now I'm going to add just I chopped up more than I need. This is 1 link, and I chopped it up fairly small, but this is getting close to done. I'm going to add a little bit of sausage, and you could add just sausage if you wanted to. Like I said, it's kind of a cook with me. I'm kind of learning as I go, and I want to add this is 1 whole pack of tasso, but I don't think I'm going to use all of it because, you know, of course, this restaurant, they don't have a lot of meat in their soup, but I like a lot of meat because we usually just have the black-eyed peas and the cabbage for New Year's Day. We don't usually make a roast or like a ham to go with it. This is going to be amazing, I bet. And you could totally just smother your cabbage in this. So let me brown this really well. And see the brown on the pot? That's going to be an amazing flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, and it's really starting. Oh, I should have put an apron on. It's really starting to stick, which is okay, but you just don't want to burn it. And I chopped onions for 2 or 3 recipes. I like to have them. And you know how I always chop my garlic? I like to have extra garlic. It smells good already. Now in this fat, I'm going to leave in here. I probably need to turn my heat down because I'm kind of learning this pot too. It's a wonderful gift from my father and my brother, and it's like amazing. Let's just hope that all fit. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, let's put some onions in. Now this is yellow and red onions. I just like the combination, so that's what I do. I'm going to add quite a few. We love the flavor of onions, and I'm going to cook them down really well. That's probably about 2 small onions in here. And turn my fire down just a little bit. I'm actually going to add a little bit more olive oil. Excuse my arm. And I'm going to add a little bit of this poblano pepper. Like I said, I just love the flavor of it. You could put bell pepper if you'd like. I know I'm Cajun, so I'm supposed to use bell pepper, but I like the poblanos a lot better. And this is 2 small jalapenos chopped up. I'm going to be using about 1. And the other one I'll save. So let's give this a stir. We need those onions to deglaze this pot. And if you have a problem with your onions, you can always add just a little chicken stock or water. I think that's enough. I could add just a couple, one more little handful of onions, I believe. Oh, that's my dog. Sorry. I'm going to brown these and I'll be back. Now, I'm going to add just 1 more big tablespoon of butter. It's going to be pretty rich. And the butter just adds flavor, color, and creaminess, I find. In my pot, see, I got the brown stuff off. And I'm browning my onions and poblano pepper and jalapeno. And next I'm going to add a little garlic. Now this is my little jar. I'm going to add lots because we like garlic. You don't have to add this much. You could put garlic powder. Oh, I forgot about all my salt and pepper. Goodness. That's probably about 5 small cloves. I'm going to cook this till you smell it. So I'm just going to cook these a little bit more. And I won't show you the whole time I'm stirring onions. I want you to be able to see my onions are cooked pretty well, and I'm getting a little bit more of that brown at the bottom, which is great. I can smell the garlic. I'm gonna try to add this. This was a medium-sized cabbage, but what I'm gonna do here is, I think I'm going to, first of all, I need to season it. Let's give this a stir, because we don't want to, but I want to smother my cabbage just a little. It kind of brings out the sweetness in the cabbage. Then I might have to add a little liquid. I just need to stir it around before I put too much. I'm going to add a little seasoning. I'm going to fit it all in here. I may have to cook a little bit down and then add some more. That smells so good. Let's put this. It'll fit. It's just going to be full. Now, to give that little head start, I'm going to throw in a little chicken stock, I think, and put the lid on it and then let it cook down just a little. And then we'll smother it a little bit in the pot. Alright, let's add a little seasoning. Now, you could season it to your taste, but I'm going to use some kosher salt. And I'm also using salted chicken stock, so I'm not going to add too much salt. And some black pepper. My pepper grinder is not working that great, so I might have to get another kind, but it's coming out a little bit. Yeah, it's not very good. Well, and I like pepper with cabbage. You could put crushed red pepper flakes. Let's add a little of this pepper. I think this is almost empty. The fresh cracked pepper is really a lot better, but this is okay. So let's add some pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit, this is probably going to be spicy, a little crushed red pepper flakes. Just a little. About half a teaspoon. And Let's add, I want to add a little bit of, I didn't add any celery. You could also add celery. I kind of forgot actually, but it's okay. I'm going to add a little thyme. I like the thyme with the chicken stock. And I have a little celery seeds. Can you see that? Let's add a little bit of that since I forgot the celery. I think that's, you know what? That's empty. So much for that. Let's give it a stir. Oh, it's already smelling so good. See, it's already cooked down some. It doesn't take long. If you don't want to burn the bottom either. So it's probably time for me to add a little liquid. But I don't want to add a lot, like I said, because I do want to smother this a little bit before I soup it up. So let's add just about half a cup. Just so we can deglaze the bottom. And then we're going to add a little onion powder. It's just the standard ingredients I always use. Onion powder, garlic powder. You could put, I'm probably going to put a little bit of Cajun seasoning in here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with. A little bit of this one. It's got the red pepper in it a little bit. It's really good. And I tasted the poblano pepper and it's not hot at all. Just to let you guys know. Okay, let's give it a stir. And see, I'm going to scrape the bottom. This is my favorite spoon to scrape the bottom. I think I might have to add just a little bit more stock. You could also add water, vegetable stock. I know everybody has their own favorites to use. I just am going to put my meat back in. Give it a stir. Now, you could totally just smother and eat it like this. It would be delicious. But we're going to just try a new recipe today. All right. I'm going to let this cook for a minute with the lid on it. And I'll about medium. About medium. I wanted to show you. I've been cooking it. I took the lid off. But I put it on medium high. And I've been cooking it for about 10 minutes like this. And I tasted the juice. And it's spicy just like I like. But I want the cabbage to cook down just a little bit more. And then we just have a couple more steps. And we'll be done. And hopefully it's going to be delicious. And it's got, I can taste the black pepper. It's really good, and that also has got some pepper on it. The sausage is spicy, so we wanted it a little bit spicy, but anyway, I did add a little parsley. I forgot to tell you guys that. Already, but I'm going to add a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. I just like the tanginess of it, if it comes out. Oop. I had a bigger bottle. It came out way faster than this one. But you can see it's the liquid is slowly cooking out of it. I want to cook it out, and then I'm going to cook my cabbage down a little bit more. And then I'm going to add more chicken stock. You don't have to do all these steps if you don't like to. You could totally just add it right now and make it a soup. And I was tempted to stop here because it really is delicious just like this. But anyway, I'm going to go all the way and see if I can copycat that restaurant. The liquid's cooking out still. I turned it up just a pinch. Now, this is just I like to add just a tiny bit of sugar. Oh, I just spilled to my cabbage. And I'm going to add like just about that much. My mother taught me this. And it's so good. And you could totally, leave that out if you don't like the sweetness. But I'm waiting for the liquid to cook out a little bit more. I want the cabbage cooked really, really well. But it smells good. You could really stop right here. It's really so good. I hope I don't mess it up. I just want to show you. I hope you can see this. Really, the liquid's cooking out, and it's going to caramelize that cabbage just a little bit more. But it's getting really, I guess the word is wilted. I don't really know. But I forgot to add a little bit of green onion. And mine's frozen. I like fresh, but sometimes I have to just go ahead and put it in the freezer. But this will add a little color and flavor. And you don't want to put too many because they're pretty strong. And I put a lot of onions. So let's give this a stir. But I just wanted to show you what stage I'm in. See, you can see it's, you want to stir it too, because you don't want it to burn. But we're almost there. Put the fire on high, and you can see it's all the liquid's cooked out. So I'm just making sure that it's, I don't know what I don't know how to say it. I want to brown it just a pinch. Not much, but you have to keep stirring it because you don't want it to burn. And this is just the way I want to do it. So I was going to show you this step, but almost to the point where I'm going to add my liquids. And you could totally stop right here. This is delicious. But that's about as much as I want to cook the cabbage. So I'm going to turn my heat down just a pinch. And it tastes perfect right now. So I'm going to add the chicken. I like this chicken stock. This is my favorite. So we're just going to add this. Because it is a soup, so I'm going to add all of this. And this is probably about 3/4 of a quart. I may have to open another one. I'm going to let that heat up for a second. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit more. I'm going to have to turn the camera off so I can get in my cabinet. My next. And you can make it as soupy as you'd like. And remember, this is salted. Sometimes I buy unsalted, sometimes I don't. Let's see how this looks. It looks good already. Now, I'm going to add half and half. You could probably use, the restaurant I'm talking about may use heavy cream, but I think I'm going to go with half and half. And this is just a guess, so this is almost full, so let's see. It depends on how creamy you want it, basically. Okay, let's see. Let's give this a stir. And we may have to add a little bit more seasoning. Oh, that looks so good right there. I think we need just a little tiny bit more. There. That was, I don't know, that was probably about 2 cups. So I'm going to turn my heat down and let this simmer for a little while, and then I'm going to give it a taste and see if we need to adjust it. This is the perfect color. So we'll be back. The taste test. I think I want it just a little richer. It's so good, but I'm going to add, this is about 2.5 ounces of heavy cream. And I'm going to, this is definitely not a diet soup. But it's so good. You have to try it. Okay, let me cook this for a second and I'll give it a taste test and see where I need to go from here. But I think this will be it. Now, just to make it perfect, we're going to add a little smoked paprika. I think that's what we're missing. Just a little bit for color and for taste. And I prefer smoked over regular, but you could use whatever you like. So let's give this a stir. Oh, and then it's prettier now. But it's not the prettiest soup. Let me tell you, it's one of the best soups I have ever tasted. It is so good. And of course, I like mine better than the restaurant. Okay, well, here's the finished product. Now, this is, I'm only going to eat a little bit because I'm going to save it. This is a delicious soup. I'll definitely we'll be making this again.
I was trying to get a nice close-up.
Sorry, guys. But I only want to eat a little bit right now for a taste test. And Ella loves it. And Ella doesn't love cabbage, but she loves this soup.
I give it Ella approved rating.
It's just creamy enough. You can make it richer if you want to and add heavy cream and not half and half. I like that I added the little bit of half and half in here. And I like the combination of meats and spices. When I tasted it from that restaurant, I could not believe how delicious it was. And I said, I have to recreate it. They want like $20 for a quart of cabbage. So this is even better. I'm so glad I tried this and brought you along. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's a perfect recipe for New Year's.
Perfect recipe for New Year's. And I'll be making black-eyed peas next. So, in the Instant Pot. So I hope you enjoyed that. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And Happy New Year. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.